Confession time. I have a lot of fragrances and sometimes I don't get around to wearing all the fragrances that I love. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Before we get into the video, I do want to quickly introduce myself for those of you who may be new here. My name is Aisha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as I was saying, sometimes when you have a large collection, it's hard to reach for every single fragrance in your collection that you love. And I had that problem because I feel like I love most of the fragrances in my collection, but some of them I've just noticed that although I love them, I never wear them. Also at the end, we're going to talk about what I've been doing lately to try to mitigate this problem. So let's go ahead and get into these fragrances. So this first fragrance is one that I wore a lot when I first got it, but lately I have not reached for it. And when I say lately, I mean like probably at least 6 months to a year. This has not been one that I've reached for often, but I still love it. I just kind of forget about it. And I think this is partly due to where it's located in my collection. So anyway, the fragrance I'm talking about is Swiss Arabian Casablanca. So this is a beautiful, sweet caramel apple scent. It smells sort of fizzy. So whenever I think about this fragrance, I think about like a apple cider with caramel. That's what it reminds me of. It's quite pretty. I think this is a great year-round scent. I love it. It's sweet to me, but it's not so heavy that you can't wear it during the summer. I think the way it sits on the skin, it just works well for any season in my opinion. And I love this fragrance. It wears well, it projects, it lasts long, it's affordable. Like there's nothing bad for me to say about this fragrance at all. Of course, if you don't like really sweet fragrances, you may not like this, but I would still say if you're able to sample this or smell this, then give it a try. Or if you know you love that scent profile, I kind of feel like this one is a very safe blind buy because it is quite affordable and quite liked by a lot of people in the community. I'm not encouraging you to blind buy. I'm just saying, y'all, that's what I did. Anyway, this fragrance is gorgeous. I just never reached for it. And I think it's because it's a tall bottle. So it sits on the last row of my risers, which those fragrances are kind of hard for me to reach. They're not hard for me to reach, but I have to kind of reach over a lot of other fragrances to get to it. And sometimes I just don't feel like doing that because I knock the fragrances over in front of it. Okay. Big collection problems, y'all. But anyway, I think that's why I never reached for it, but I don't want to move it in my collection because it's such a tall bottle. So I like to be able to see pretty much all my bottles when I look at my collection. So I will definitely need to make a conscious effort to pull for this because as I'm smelling this now, I'm just like, what's wrong with you, Aisha? Why would you not be wearing this? It's so pretty. So again, that is Swiss Arabian Casablanca. The next fragrance that I have today is from Kayali, and this is Elixir 11. So this fragrance is beautiful to me. It's not one of the most popular ones from the Kayali collection, but I happen to love it. It's quite unique. So to me, what stands out the most in this is the red apple note. You can definitely smell the red apple, but there are some deeper notes in this as well. It smells like to me like patchouli. There's some spices in this. And overall, this gives a very kind of sweet-ish, but mainly kind of spicy, mysterious vibe. I love this fragrance. When I say red apple though, let me be clear. The way this smells is like red apple, but almost like fermented. So going into that kind of wine smelling fragrance category. So if that's not something you like, then this will probably not be something you like. But I happen to love the smell of this. It also has a slight bit of a powdery touch to it, which in my opinion just makes it a little bit more elegant. I would not call this a powdery fragrance, but it has a powdery touch to it. It's quite unique. I love it. I think the reason that I don't reach for this much is because when I smell it, for some reason I have in my head that it smells like a formal fragrance to me, and I don't go many places that require a formal fragrance. And yeah, I just don't reach for it that often. All these fragrances that I'm talking about today, they're not going anywhere. I love them. I don't want to get rid of them. I want to make a conscious effort to reach for them. So me doing this video is my way of saying, Aisha, wear these fragrances again. So I'm not getting rid of any of these. I'm just letting y'all know that I've been slacking. So anyway, Elixir 11, I do plan on trying to get some more wear out of this. I think this is probably better suited for fall winter, so I'm hoping to get more wear out of this in the upcoming months. And I think what I will do is, in my little Kayali section in my collection, this is kind of sitting in the back. Good morning. Good morning.
Wait, why are you wake up?
I was trying to film a video this morning before you woke up, but you woke up. Is Noah up too? Is Daddy up? No. Okay.
Mommy, you just have lipstick on because you're doing a video.
Yeah.
You still have that on.
I put it on again. I put it on again because my hair looks funny underneath. Let me finish talking about this fragrance and then I'll go fix you some breakfast, okay? All right, just a second.
You look beautiful here.
Oh, thank you, sweetie.
I like the lipstick and do you have eyeshadow on?
No, I have mascara on. So I think what I was saying is that I am going to move this to the front of my Kayali section. I have a little Kayali section in my collection and it sits behind another bottle. So I'm going to move it to the front so that way it'll catch my eye a little bit easier. But again, this is one that I love and it's quite unique. And I think it's probably the most unique from the Kayali collection overall. So again, that is Kayali Elixir 11. So the next fragrance that I have is from Tom Ford and this is Champaca Absolute. So this is a beautiful floral fragrance that is sweet and mellow, but it has this boozy note to it. I believe it's cognac or rum, but to me it doesn't smell like cognac or rum. To me it smells like champagne mixed with florals and a little bit of greenery. So whenever I think about this fragrance, I think about sitting in a fancy like garden with all these beautiful flowers, sipping on champagne, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love this. It's unique, it's pretty, it's elegant, and that's probably why I don't reach for it that much, because I think of it as a more elegant type fragrance. So say if I were going to a wedding or somewhere that required me to be like really pretty and prissy and just a very sophisticated affair, this is one of those type of fragrances that I would reach for. But I don't go many places like that, and so I think I don't reach for it that much because of that. But what I am planning to do with this fragrance is just to wear it anyway. Like even if I'm just going to the grocery store, I want to wear this because I really love it, and I don't want the fragrance just sitting there going bad, taking up space. Like I love this fragrance. I need to wear it no matter if it fits the bill or not. So that's what I'm hoping to do with Champaca Absolute, but it's absolutely gorgeous fragrance. I would highly recommend it even if you're not a Tom Ford fan. This does not smell like a lot of other Tom Ford fragrances to me, so this may be one that you still really like. This is definitely one of their more feminine offerings in my opinion. It's technically unisex, but to me it smells feminine, but I don't know, I've never smelled it on a man, so I can't really speak on that, but I think it's pretty ladylike. So again, that is Tom Ford Champaca Absolute. So I hope the lighting and all is still the same. I had to get up, take a mommy break, start my kids breakfast, so I am going to try to finish the rest of this video pretty quickly, but anyway, let's go ahead and get into the next fragrance. The next fragrance is Atelier Cologne's Vanille Encens. So this fragrance is a beautiful vanilla fragrance that has a prominent lime note, but this doesn't smell citrusy. It just gives the vanilla this very unique smell. It is gorgeous. This is one that I feel like is not for everybody, but I absolutely love this. I think it's totally underrated. It's so good. This is one that I have owned for so long. This is not my first bottle of this. This is actually my second bottle of this fragrance, and actually, no, before I had a travel spray. I had a travel spray that lasted me literally forever, because when I got this fragrance initially, it was during the time where I really did not overspray. I sprayed like 5 sprays of fragrance, and so I had that travel spray for literal years. But I loved it, and I wore it a lot when I initially got it. But now, again, I think the reason I don't reach for this is because it is an older fragrance in my collection. And so I'm not over it though. Because sometimes I have an older fragrance and I kind of just fall out of love with it. That's not the case with this one, but it's one that I know I have worn a lot over the years. So I guess I don't feel pressed to wear it.
I know. You got toasted sugar around your mouth. Go get one of those wipes and wipe your mouth, wipe your face.
This is one of those fragrances that I feel that I'm not over it yet. I still love it. It's just that I'm not really pressed to wear it because I have all these new fragrances in my collection and new loves and all that. Also, this also sits in the back of my collection, and I think I just don't see it when I'm picking out a fragrance. Honestly, it is so good, y'all. And I think it works for year-round use. I feel like the different type of weather conditions bring out different aspects of this fragrance. It's absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, Atelier Colognes is not readily available in the US right now. They did pull it from the US. However, I do know that if you live in the States, you may be able to find this on discounter websites. If I find it, I will link it for you all, but no promises. But I do have this bottle, so I do need to use it. So again, that is Atelier Cologne Vanille Encensé.
I still have my pajamas on, and when it gets a little bit sunny, me and Daddy are gonna go on a bag. Okay, so
the last fragrance that I have to share with you is a very popular one, and I love it. I just literally never wear this fragrance, and I have no idea why it smells so good. Anyway, the fragrance is Delina Exclusive from Parfums de Marly.
Smells good.
So this fragrance, I kind of feel like needs no introduction. It is quite popular, but I just don't wear it. So this smells like a beautiful kind of candied rose, but not overly sweet, but kind of a candied rose mixed with some deeper notes. I think this has incense in it and oud, but to me, you don't smell any oud. You just smell like a depth to this rose. It also kind of gives off a creamy vibe, but when I say creamy, I mean in texture. It doesn't smell like tonic at all. It just smells very smooth, well blended, beautiful. There's also a bit of a tartness in this fragrance, but I wouldn't call this a tart fragrance. If you have smelled the original Delina, to me, this one is sweeter, deeper, and honestly more likable, in my opinion, than the original Delina. And it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I really don't know why I wear this. And I have no excuse because people talk about Delina and Delina Exclusive all the time on the internet. So you would think it would be in my mind to wear, but maybe that's why I don't wear it. Maybe that's why, because it's beautiful. I'm smelling it here and I'm just like, why am I not wearing you? And I would say I'm going to wear it today, but I'm not because I'm going to get my hair done and I don't want to wear anything strong. So I'm not going to wear this, but I need to pull this out and wear it. It is absolutely stunning. I think this is appropriate year round at night. But I think in my head, I was kind of holding this off to fall, winter, but as I'm smelling it now, I could probably wear this year round during the day too. It's really pretty and I need to stop just like using this as a piece of art. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I need to wear it, y'all. I need to wear it. I literally never wear this fragrance. So again, that is Delina Exclusive from Parfums de Marly. So that was the last fragrance. And throughout this video, I kind of talked to you all about what I'm going to do with each particular fragrance to make sure that I wear it. But I also want to talk to you all about what I've been doing lately over the past couple of weeks or so to make sure that I wear fragrances that I'm forgetting about. So if you've been watching my vlogs, then you have probably seen my fragrance tray. I have a little tiny fragrance tray, and in that tray, I put about 6 fragrances on a weekly basis. Now, I started this probably a couple months ago, and then I stopped using the fragrance tray. And over the past month, I have been using it again. So the way that I approach my fragrance tray is I will put like 6 fragrances on there. I don't limit myself to 6, but it's a small tray. So usually it's somewhere between 5 and 7 fragrances on that tray. I'll put that on there on Sunday, and those fragrances that I put on that tray are ones that I want to wear at some point during the week. Now, I don't do well with sticking to a tray, so that's not my objective, because I like to be able to reach for what I want to reach for when I want to reach for it. So the purpose of the tray is just to help me pull out fragrances that I have maybe thought about over the last couple days that I want to make sure I wear sometime during the week. And I've actually been enjoying doing that because there's no pressure for me to wear it, but it kind of just helps me see the fragrances that I thought like maybe sometime during the week, oh, I should wear that. And that happens a lot because I watch YouTube. I do create content, but I watch a lot of content as well. And so sometimes when I'm watching content, I think about a fragrance that I have in my collection. I'm like, I need to wear that. So with me doing this weekly, it usually allows me to remember more of those fragrances that I say, oh, I need to wear that. So I'll put it on the tray and wear it. Or if there's something that I had just been thinking I should wear but maybe didn't have the right occasion for, I'll put that on the tray as well and wear it. And I actually feel like it's been helpful and kind of fun to pick out my fragrances every week. Now, although I put like 6 fragrances on the tray, as I was saying, I don't stick to just those 6 fragrances. If you watch my videos where I talk about what I wore over the week, y'all know I wear a lot of fragrances during the week. I wear at least probably 14 fragrances every week because I typically wear a different fragrance for the morning and one for at night. But sometimes, y'all, I wear 3 fragrances a day because... just watch those videos if you want to know more about that. But yeah, so even though I have that tray, I still have the variety of my entire collection, which I've been really enjoying. So I plan to keep doing that just to make sure that I am getting some wear out of those fragrances that I don't reach for, but that I still love. If you have any fragrances in your collection, whether you have a large collection or a small collection, if you have any fragrances that you love but you just don't wear enough, let us know that in the comments below. Also, if you use any type of fragrance tray, whether you do a weekly tray or a monthly tray, let us know that too. I'm just interested to hear how y'all do it. I know Amy Glam, I always watch her fragrance tray videos here on YouTube. She does a monthly tray and she sticks to just that tray for the month, but I can't do that, y'all. I can't do that, but I thoroughly enjoy watching those videos from her, and I like that she does that. It's just not for me, you know. So if you do that too, let us know that in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and turn your notification bells on. I typically upload videos 3 times a week, so you definitely don't want to miss out. If you're not following me on Instagram, then you should be. Let's be friends. Let's connect over there. I always am in my Instagram stories, and I do talk with a lot of you all on my DM, so definitely hit me up on Instagram. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Bye, friend.